Hello there, and welcome to another video where I show some of my Blu-ray collection. So this first one that I've got here is Never Talk to Strangers, which stars Antonio Banderas and Rebecca De Mornay. Now this is an import version. I think it's a German release, as far as I remember. Yeah, it's German, because you can't get this film on UK Blu-ray, and you can't get it on Region A American release either, unfortunately. It's only available from Germany, and the transfer is not brilliant. It's got like a sort of sepia brownish tint all the way through. It's nice and sharp though, so I can't complain too much. But it's just good to have a copy on Blu-ray, because I've got this film on DVD as well on Region 1, I think. But it's a film I've always enjoyed quite a bit. It's kind of an erotic thriller, and it holds your attention throughout. Well, it did for me anyway. And it's got really good performances by both leading actors. And there's a good music score as well. I forget who did the music now, was it? It might have been Pino Donaggio, I can't remember now. And I can't see on here because I haven't got me glasses on. But anyway, that's Never Talk to Strangers. The next one here is Assassination with Charles Bronson and his late wife Jill Ireland. It's really sad to think that both of these are no longer with us now. But she actually died not long after completing this film. But in this film, she's like the first lady, and he's assigned to protect her. So he's like a bodyguard in the film. And I enjoyed quite a few Charles Bronson films, and this is one that I like quite a bit. I watched this on my cinema screen, and it looked really good. But the opening title sequence on the film, has quite a bit of like muck on the film. Like loads of, like you used to see in the cinema when the adverts are on and stuff, where you get the loads of muck showing up. It was really quite drastic actually, but I didn't mind because especially with watching it on the big screen on the projector, it just reminded us of when I watched it in the cinema, because I saw it at the Canon cinema. This is actually a Canon film, but I actually watched it in a Canon cinema when it first come out. At least I think it's a Canon film. Yeah, I think so. It's on MGM and 20th Century Fox label here, but I do believe it is a Canon film. I think it says, yeah, the Canon Group INC. I can just see that through the camera. But the transfer on this film is really sharp actually. It's really quite detailed. And I only watched it on a 720 pixel projector, so that just shows you how good the transfer actually is. Apart from the muck at the start. So that's Assassination. And next we have another favourite of mine, which is Can't Hardly Wait, which stars Jennifer Love Hewitt, Seth Green, and who's the other guy again? Peter Fasinelli, or however you pronounce that. Ethan Embry, that's the one I was trying to think of. And Ethan Embry, there's a popular YouTuber on YouTube here by the name of Brendan Mitchell, better known as Wet Movie 1. Now he actually met Ethan Embry and interviewed him at the premiere of his latest film, something about the devil, I forget what it was called, Devil's Candy or something. That was interesting to watch. He's a good actor, that Ethan Embry. He's probably most famous for appearing in this film and Vegas Vacation, but he was also in a recent film called Cheap Thrills, which was another really good one. It was an independent film, but it was really entertaining, I thought anyway. But this film is really good. It's one of those nice, enjoyable romantic comedies that you can just put on and sit back and relax and watch. But the transfer is pretty good on this film as well. I've got it on DVD as well on Region 1. So if I really like a film, I buy it on Blu-ray as well as the DVD when it comes out on Blu-ray. But this film mostly takes place at a party where Jennifer Love Hewitt is attending, and Ethan Embry's like infatuated with Jennifer Love Hewitt's character, but he hasn't. I don't think he's got the nerve to go up and ask her out. He keeps meaning to do it throughout the film, to talk to her at the party. And anyway, it's a really good film. I'll not give too much away. So that's Can't Hardly Wait on Blu-ray. And next we have Intolerable Cruelty with George Clooney and of course Catherine Zeta-Jones. Now this is I think it's a Coen Brothers film, I believe. Yeah, I think it is. It's a really good film. The transfer is really good on this film as well, on the Blu-ray. Nice and colourful and sharp and detailed and everything. But I've always liked Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's done quite a few good films, including Entrapment with Sean Connery and the Zorro films, of course. And she did another one, what was it called again? I can't remember what it's called now, but it was a good one. I've got it as well on DVD, I just can't think of the name right now. But this is a really good film. I highly recommend this one if you haven't seen it. And you can get it quite cheap on Blu-ray in the UK. This is the UK version. So you can pick it up quite cheap if you're a Catherine Zeta-Jones fan or a George Clooney fan. This is one that I recommend you get a hold of. Now next we have a film that I haven't actually seen yet. Yes, another one everyone's shouting. Another one you haven't actually watched. This one is Vehicle 19 with the late Paul Walker. Obviously I think it's like an action thriller, which I will watch at some point. So I can't tell you too much about this one, because I haven't seen it yet. Next we have So Undercover with Miley Cyrus. Now this has got a nice colourful cover with the pink and the white. Goes well together. I like covers that stand out on films, like nice and colourful and bright and good artwork or photography. And this is one of them. The film isn't the best film in the world, but it's not bad. I quite like Miley Cyrus. She's quite a good actress, in my opinion. I know a lot of people probably can't stand her, but I think she's a pretty good actor, to be honest. And this is a good romantic comedy film. I think it's a romantic comedy. I don't know if you class it as that. She's an undercover detective, I think, at a college, and she's after the bad guys and stuff. I'm not very good at remembering the intricacies of plots on a lot of films, but I do remember it was a pretty good film. So that's So Undercover with Miley Cyrus, and it's also got what's his name again? This guy here with the hairpiece or whatever he's got, implants. What's his name again? Anyway, I can't think right now what his name is, but I know his name well. You probably recognise him there. I'll be kicking myself later. Oh, it's Jeremy Piven. It's just come to us. Jeremy Piven. So that's So Undercover with Miley Cyrus. Next we have National Security, and this is the Region A version on Blu-ray, which is for some reason, inexplicably, has got Steve Zahn's missing from the cover. Now it's Martin Lawrence and Steve Zahn, only like on the UK DVD version it's got both of them on the cover, but for some reason this USA version it's only got Martin Lawrence on the cover, which is a bit strange, I would say, in my opinion. But this is a good comedy film. It's got plenty of laughs in it. It's got a pretty good transfer. I watched it on the big screen. It looked pretty good to me. And yeah, this is another one I recommend if you like Martin Lawrence and you haven't seen it yet. And Steve Zahn, he steals a lot of the scenes actually. I always find Steve Zahn quite funny actually. He's a good actor. And next we have another Martin Lawrence film, which is basically just he's the main one in the film this time. It's not like a buddy film. But it also stars Luke Wilson as well. He's in there, but he's not like the main character really. He's in there quite a bit though, but he's not like, it's not like I say, it's not like a buddy picture. But this is a good one. Martin Lawrence does lots of like scenes where he dresses up in disguise and stuff. He's pretty good at doing other characters and stuff, like impersonating different sort of people and what have you. So, and this has got a lot of action sequences in it as well, which are really good. And there's a picture there of Martin Lawrence with these has he got false teeth in? I think he has. Yeah, he has. And there's a really funny scene in this where he's just been in the toilet, and he's hiding, and this guy comes in, and I forget I think he how do I put it without being too graphic? Well, basically, I think I'm trying to remember now. I think he pisses on his hand or something. Anyway, something like that, and Martin Lawrence comes out, and then he has to shake the guy's hand, and he's like reluctant to shake his hand because he knows what he's just been doing. But anyway, that's Blue Streak on Blu-ray, Region A. I think it's Region A. It might not be Region A. It looks like a Region A, but it's got some foreign writing on it, so maybe it's not. I forget which country it's from, to be honest. And he has that cheap Thrills I was on about, with Ethan Embry and Sarah Paxton. I bought this film mainly because Sarah Paxton's in it, because I'm quite a fan of hers. And she, the first film I saw her in was Aquamarine, where she played a mermaid. That was a really good film as well. But this one is not for the faint-hearted. I would say it's got a lot of graphic type scenes in it that you don't quite expect, whether they're playing dares on each other for large amounts of money, and that each dare gets more extreme as the film goes on. But it's a really good film in my opinion. It's deserved a lot more attention than what it got, because I think this is one of them films that hardly anyone's actually heard of. But I highly recommend this one if you want to be entertained. And but you've got to have a bit of a strong stomach and not be too offended by certain sort of subjects of a graphic nature, shall we say. Anyway, that's Cheap Thrills on UK Blu-ray. Next we have Dirk Bogarde is it Dirk Bogarde or Bogart? Yeah, Bogart in it. And this is Hot Enough for June. And this actress here, whose name it's Sylvia Cosina. Yeah, she was a model apparently, a very good one. And unfortunately, she's dead now though, and so is Dirk Bogarde. Unfortunately, but this is a really good film. The transfer on the film though is really good in places, but then it sort of changes in quality throughout the film here and there. I think they must have replaced some segments of the film and had to come up with new footage. They must have taken it from somewhere else where the quality wasn't as good as the main master. Not sure what happened exactly, but the quality does change throughout the film on and off. But this is a good comedy film. I would recommend this one if you like Dirk Bogarde and the actress stroke model Sylvia Casina. She steals a lot of the scenes in this film, and but I highly recommend this one as well. It's you can pick it up quite fairly cheap on UK Blu-ray, but the American version costs way more money apparently. But I think it might have a similar transfer. I'm not sure, to be honest. I did read a review of the about the transfer on the American one, but I can't remember what it said exactly. I think they said it was pretty good. Now this one's Mike XXL, which I haven't watched yet. I got it because I'd seen the first one, and well, I've got the first one, and it was directed by oh God, what's his name again? Trying to think of his name. Oh God. Anyway, the name escapes me. Oh, Steven Soderbergh, that's it. Yeah, Steven Soderbergh, the guy that did that other film with George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. God, my memory's not working well tonight because I'm doing this video quite late, so I'm not as sharp as I should be. But anyway, he did Sex, Lies and Videotape as well, which is one of my favourite films with James Spader. So anyway, that's Magic Mike XXL. I don't know much about it because I haven't watched it yet. So next we have Momentum, another one that I haven't watched yet, but it looked interesting and it was cheap, so I decided to pick it up. So I can't tell you much about this one because I haven't actually watched it yet. So that's Momentum. And next we have Zoolander 2, number 2, which also I haven't watched yet. I haven't even watched the first one yet, to be honest. But and that noise was my foot scraping across the floor, by the way, in case you were wondering what it was. But this one got terrible reviews apparently, and I think most people generally don't like it much. The first one's considered the best, I think. But that's Zoolander number 2, which I've yet to watch yet. And next we have the Expendables with Sylvester Stallone and a whole host of other famous action stars. I've only seen the first film of this one. I've only seen this one out of the Expendable films so far. But I do like Sylvester Stallone. A lot of his films are some of my favourites, including Cobra and The Specialist and Over the Top, Demolition Man, etc. But that's Expendables. That's the UK version. And what else we've got? We've got Grownups II, which is Adam Sandler's one of Adam Sandler's films, the sequel to obviously Grownups. And this one doesn't really have much of a plot, but it's still good to watch. A lot of funny scenes, etc. And I'm just going to show you one more because I'm reaching 20 minutes and I think most people have probably switched off within 5 minutes of watching this. So I'll wrap it up in a minute. But this next one here, this last one, is Once Upon a Time in Mexico, which I still have yet to watch all the way through yet. And it stars Johnny Depp, Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek. And I liked the first one, Desperado, and this one looked good from the trailer as well, but I heard from the reviews this one doesn't get rated very highly. But it looks well shot, well photographed. Lots of nice, bright scenes, and lots of action sequences and good music, etc. So, and it's got Salma Hayek and Antonio Banderas and Johnny Depp, of course. So, in my opinion, it's worth having. So anyway, that's another look at some of my Blu-ray collection. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, could you please give us a thumbs up? But obviously, if you didn't, give us a big thumbs down. And if you've got anything to say or ask us, please feel free to leave a comment. And I'd just like to thank you all very much for watching this video if you reached the end of it. Thank you very much indeed. And I shall catch you next time on the next video. So bye for now.